How's it going, everybody? Today I don't have an install video. We were bouncing around to a few different jobs today. We weren't in a set location, so I didn't have time to do my normal thing. What I thought I would do today is kind of share how I got into the trade. I'm 38 years old. I should have did this 20 years ago, but everybody knows hindsight's 2020. So I was working at a really big mechanical contracting company. Did commercial HVAC, and I worked in the sheet metal shop, and I really liked it. I thought that's something that I wanted to continue to do and, grow at it. Granted, I knew there was no growth opportunities at that company, but it was comfortable and I liked it. So I thought, hey, what the hell? Let's give it our best shot. And I did. At that point, I was a rugby player. I pretty much destroyed my body playing sports. And with that, I had a foot injury that I finally was able to take care of. And I went to the supervisors and said, hey, listen, I'm going to be out a couple months. I have to get my foot reconstructed. And this is the time frame. Nothing's really set in stone, but I have to get this done. Fast forward a month, and I got laid off. Basically told me it was lack of work, and whether that's true or not, whatever. But they laid me off. So that was September. In December of that year, I got my left foot completely reconstructed. I have 2 pieces of cadaver bone in it. I have a screw that goes in through my heel. It was a very long recovery that basically had me at home by myself, couch ridden, for like 3 months. And time goes by very slow. With that, no job, sitting on a couch, you have very intrusive thoughts. Am I a good husband? Am I a good father? Am I a failure for losing my job? I'm never going to heal. A lot of things go through your mind, and I'm not going to say I was close to possibly doing something stupid, but I was closer than I ever was before. I was a person before that didn't really believe in mental health. I thought it was a choice to be depressed. I thought it was a choice to just be hopeless, but now it's not. It is a deep, dark place that no one deserves to go to, but once you're there, it's how you pull yourself out and who helps you pull yourself up out of that hole. Coming out of the recovery process and going through what I went through, I needed something. Like, I tried to do sheet metal again. I went on construction interviews, and with the sheet metal background, I was like, I'm going to do HVAC. So I applied to all these places. I wound up between sheet metal and HVAC. I probably went on 8 to 10 interviews. And, as soon as they saw the limp that I was walking with and everything like that, it was very hard. And I don't blame them, but it was very hard to hire me. I mean, I'm a bigger guy. At that point in my life, I was well over 400 pounds, and I am ashamed, but not ashamed of saying it, because now I'm 70 pounds down. I feel good. I eat a lot better. I wish I could stop drinking soda, but we all have our vices. But I was just so depressed between everything that led up to that point and me not being able to get a job again. Am I failing as a father, as a provider? very, very, very hard. So thank whatever person, place, or thing that is looking out for me. My wife finally was like, I can't see you like this. This is enough. Something's got to give. You got to find something to do. You either go back to school or you find something that you're going to be able to do. And that's when I sat down. I was like, I enjoyed the sheet metal thing. I thought about going in the field as a tin knocker, as a commercial ductwork installer. I was like, why not HVAC? 38 years old. I, was terrified that, is it too late? Am I too old? Is my body too broken down? Am I too fat? But I went and applied for a trade school, and it was a 180-hour program. It gave me a great foundation. I don't know anything. I'm still green. I've only been in the trade almost 4 months, in the field almost 4 months. But, you get out of these schools what you put into it. And I was hands-on every day. I paid attention. I sat in the front row. But honestly, between my wife and HVAC, I truly believe, like I said, don't know how close I was, but I was closer than I ever been to do something stupid. And that could have affected my family and everyone who, essentially loved me. And it is what I needed to pull me out of that dark place. And I completed the program. So I started in last September. I completed the program in January. I was hands-on. I tried my best. I got my hands on to everything. I listened. I took notes. And I came home every night. I watched YouTube. I was so invested in this. And I happened to one night say, hey, let me apply for a job. And I threw something out on a local, where I live, Facebook page for jobs. And somebody hit me up and was like, hey, why don't we talk? And I did. And I got offered a job while I was still in school, and I was driving a truck and doing job site support and deliveries. And that's how I got my foot in the door. I wasn't bashful. I wasn't, prideful about it. Like, I didn't say, oh, I'm not going to, I wanted an opportunity, and I didn't care if that was from the bottom. And I worked my ass off at that position, and I got afforded a field position. Month and a half, 2 months into it, they put me into a van, and I've been off to the races ever since. And to say that I love a job as much as I do this one, I'd have thought I never would have felt that way. But I don't care how hard it is or how bad my body aches at the end of the day. It is so rewarding going to customers' houses, doing this job, and adding your own little flair to it. I love cleaning up around where the outdoor unit's going. It's a sense of pride for me, and that's my little niche right now. And I'm only, a helper, apprentice, whatever you want to call it. But, I take a huge pride in not only do I get to represent my company with a van, but I get to do this every day. I get to bring comfort to families. It's something that I fell in love with, and everyone's like, oh, give it a few years. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that, because I feel like that is a mindset that is already setting you up for failure. I can't wait to see where I am in 5 years. And honestly, from the way I transitioned into this career, I would love 8-10 years down the road, when I actually know something, to go back to the trade school I went to and maybe even get a chance to teach the adult education part of it, because I think it was so instrumental in where I am now. And, again, I never thought I would feel this way about, I'm not even going to call it a job, a career. I've wanted to do so many things in my life, but to actually feel like hey, I found it. Like, I found the thing. That really, really, really makes me happy. And I am happy. I'm in a great place. And, you know, I'm a man, and sometimes I don't get to express how I feel. But I'm telling you, well, also these videos have been very therapeutic for me, and just kind of sharing what I do throughout the day and the pride I take. But, like, say something. If you don't feel like, if you get in that dark place, in that hole, find someone to be your shovel to help you dig out, because there's so much light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, I don't want to make it sound worse than it was for me, but like I said, there was intrusive thoughts, and I honestly feel like this not only this company, but this opportunity that I have now, it really saved me, and saved, you know, my family from watching me just completely just hate life. And I'm at a so much better place, and I can't thank my wife and kids enough for supporting me through this, and the company for giving me the opportunity, and the guys I work with every day. It's an absolute blast. So if you can take anything away from this, one, it's never too late to start over. Two, if you're feeling not like yourself, talk to somebody. And three, love what you do, and don't let anybody take that away from you. So I hope this video, I know it's a little bit lengthy, but I hope it really helps somebody. I hope not only that, it gives you a chuckle, it gives you a feel-good story, but, like, honestly, I love this trade, and it shows me every day how important my job is, and just how needed we are. So thanks everybody for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate it.